All right. How you doing? Paul here.
Linda here.
Coming at you from Phoenix again. Baby booming couple. You can call us Gummy Bears or you can call us Linda and Paul. Either one. Doesn't matter. Okay? This is kind of part 2. Kind of freaked you out on that first part with the truck, part 1. So you don't really know what happened. Right? We took you up to the point where I'm getting into the truck, but didn't tell you what's going on past that. And we just didn't really want to make it a long video. So this is kind of like part 2. Okay? So I'm going to take you from the truck into the rest of the story, and then we're going to reveal that marketing strategy that you need to control. And she gets to leave again. Doesn't really seem fair. Whoa. You would think I would get used to that movement, but apparently not. But anyway. Okay. So now, if you remember, I was up on the panel, looked into the truck, and like I said, it freaked me out because what was in the truck was an elderly gentleman. Looked like he could easily be somebody's grandpa. He had the grandpa shoes on, you know, those little brown slip-ons that grandpas wear. Well, he had those on. He was in overalls, had a plaid kind of shirt on. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say he's somebody's grandpa, and he lives on a farm. So, but anyway, as I looked in, Grandpa was blue, and Grandpa's head was leaning up against the passenger door, and it was bent down to his chest. So he was like that, okay? And I don't know if he had a heart attack. I don't know what his problem was. I just know that he was blue, and not a good sign when you're blue, trust me. So, as everybody's still getting around the truck, nobody's doing anything. So I run around towards the passenger door, and I basically tell everybody, we need to get him out of this truck. And they're saying, well, you know, you're not supposed to move anybody. And I'm like, well, if we don't move him, he's going to die in the truck if he's not already dead. Shut the hell up. Somebody needs to call 911 if they haven't already. I need to have some of you guys help me basically get this car door or truck door open so I can get in there to support him and we can get him out of there. I don't know why I went a little freaking nuts on him, but adrenaline has a tendency to take over, and you do things, you take control because nobody else is. I don't know. I don't know if it was the deputy sheriff or the ambulance or the firefighter that was coming out. I just know that we had to get him out of the truck. So I got some guys, they kind of helped me to pry the door open enough so I could basically slide in and catch his head in my hand. And as I slid in to catch his hands, I basically wrapped my fingers underneath his overall, the little straps of the overalls. Did that, and I supported his head and told him to get the door the rest of the way open, which they finally managed to get it opened. And I started to pull him out, and I told the guys, grab a hold of his pants, overalls, whatever you can grab, because we need to get him out, and the easier we do it, the better it's going to be. So, we basically pull this guy out, set him down on the ground, and when I set him down on the ground, I know you have to like clear a person's airway or whatever. I didn't know if I was going to have to do CPR, but I needed to get his head right before I could even assess what's going on. So I basically tilted his head back, and I mean his whole body is just completely limp, and his lips are blue, his face is kind of a ashen color, which they tell you a lot of times. I tilt his head back, and as I tilt his head back, it's like his body spasms and his chest just does a which kind of freaks me out because I've heard of it before, but I've never actually seen it. And when that air went in, it was like I had this feeling inside of me that was like, ah, yes, he's breathing. That's a good thing. And at the same time, don't mean to sit here and hold his head, at the same time that air is going into his lungs, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the adrenaline or what it was, but I had a feeling of being really, really close with my Maker. I mean, it was almost like he was inside me, you know, and he was guiding me and helping me with this guy. It was intense, really intense. But anyway, as I looked down at the guy, I could see the color, like the pink, coming back into his face, and his lips were going from a blue to kind of a lighter blue, and then they were starting to turn red too. And it was a good feeling. It really was. But as this is all happening, now the ambulance, I can hear the ambulance, it finally pulls up, and the two guys get out of the car. One of them is a paramedic that I actually work with, so I knew him. And as he came over, he wanted to know what was going on. I explained to him what happened and everything. And bottom line is we got the guy up onto the gurney, loaded into the ambulance, and as I'm getting ready to close the ambulance doors, the guy's name's Mike. He looked out at me and he's like, "Hey Paul, how's it feel?" I'm like, "How's what feel?" He's like, "Dude, you just saved this guy's life. Do you have any idea? You did it, man. How's it feel?" I'm like, "It feels good. It feels really good." So I shut the door, bang on the door like you see on TV. Just basically what it does is it lets the driver know it's okay to go. And they take off. But the weird thing that I'm trying to get across, or the good thing that I'm trying to get across, is at that moment, I was so friggin' high. Adrenaline running through me. I was like friggin' 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Nobody could hurt me. And the thing that really hit on me, and I don't even think about it, I think about it a lot, but I never really got the chance because of my ego. My ego was, I'm a man's man, right? So you don't do these things. But I really wanted to look that guy up and find him. And basically thank him for getting a chance. Wow, don't want to do this. But it affects me from time to time. But anyway, I wanted to thank him for being able to be that close with my Maker. But my ego kept me from doing it. And so many times, it's like I want to tell my ego, shut the hell up. And now I've got that under control, but I didn't at that time. And I think about it a lot because it really meant a lot to me. So, the marketing strategy that I'm trying to get across to you is your ego. Get it the hell out of your freaking mind. Don't let it stop you from doing stuff. There's definitely opportunities that come around, relationships that come around, loved ones that come around, that your ego is constantly fighting with you about. You need to tell your ego, shut the hell up and get it out of your life. Learn to love people. The love of people is what is going to make your business skyrocket income-wise. Because relationships is what builds businesses. There's a common thing that's out in society today where it's like people constantly use people and they love money. And what I'm trying to get across to you today is love people, use money. That right there will create your business and shoot it through the roof. So, that's about all I can do for today. That's taken a lot out of me just to put this out, and I can't even really believe I'm putting it out. But ego said don't do it, and I told him shut the hell up. I gotta do it. If you guys are by chance interested in checking us out, go to Paul and the Gom, I'm sure it's down here someplace, .com. Give us your email, your name. Let's work out a relationship. See if we're something you want to be. Have a fantastic day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.